Okay, let me do this. I don't want you guys unmuting yourself. So, what do you got for me?
Hey, what's up? I'm 31.
What's your first name?
Gabriel.
Okay. Go ahead.
31. Single, no kids, never married.
Okay. Question.
Just what I can do to increase my value. I did have some OGs coming up who kind of let me know, it's like, hey man, as long as you stay in real estate, as long as you don't have kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're 31 with no kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know how to increase your value.
Yeah.
Increase your value to what?
Increase my value to where not so much have the pick of the litter when it comes to women and the life I want to live, as far as like the house I want to live in, the life I want to provide to my future children. I'm really kind of just running away.
Dude, you're 31 years old. I need you to say you're 31. I'm still hearing no offense. The dude that just called, 22, you sound just like him. And you're 10 years older.
Yeah.
You should know what you want to be doing by 31 years old. And the first thing that came out of your mouth was increase your value. And the first thing that came out was something regarding a woman. So let's just cut to the chase. You want to increase your value so you can get a better quality of poon. That's the first thing that came out of your mouth, man.
Yeah, that's number one.
All right, then. Well, that's a shitty reason to increase your value.
All right.
It's a horrible reason to. It's a poor motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Before YouTube, did you want to increase your value?
Yeah. Started a studio for a couple years.
What kind of studio?
Music studio.
Okay. Where do you work out at?
Work out at home, just doing like stretches and stuff.
How tall are you?
5'7".
How much did you weigh your last weigh in?
235.
You ain't working out, bro. First thing a man has to, man, the first thing
I'm working out.
No, the first thing a man has to value is himself. That's what I'm showing you. 31, the first thing you came out of your mouth was something about a woman. And I can just showed you that you're not even doing. See, the answer would have been, man, I really ain't working out. Just being honest. I'm overweight. And that's the thing. I deal in reality. You're not going to, and if you listen to the broadcast, I lined out. I said, a man needs to, get around personal and professional people that are going to push it. His mindset. Fitness was third on that list. So what I'm really hearing is what I heard often. A lot of you guys, you want something for nothing. You don't want to do the work. You want to be lazy. You want it to come easy. And I'm glad the price is high. I'm glad the price is high. So you can't have it. It should only be for the guys that want to do the work. Or else it wouldn't be worth anything.
No, I agree with that.
So, at 31 years old, no kids, there's nothing stopping you from getting up, going to the gym 5 days a week, and working 12 to 16 hours.
Yeah, I'm working that many hours.
No, 12 to 16 hours. Hold on, 12 to 16 hours a week that you're getting paid for.
Yeah, I started another studio.
All right. Okay. Well, I got your question. So that would be my advice, man. You can't want. Okay, your motivation has to be something other than external.
Mm-hmm.
So, all the best, my friend.
All right. Have a good one.
You too now. Yeah, guys, women can't be your ultimate motivator. Okay. I don't know if they heard that. All right. Okay. So next we're gonna go to Rashid. Go ahead.
Hi, how you doing, sir?
What's your question?
All right. So I'm 21. I'm in college right now, and I'm a communications major. And something that I've been dealing with is like I've been trying.
What's your question?
Okay. How do I what do I practice to get to motivate myself to do things? Like how do you what do you use to practice motivation?
Where's your father?
Huh?
Where's your father?
Oh, he's not in my life. He left before I was born.
All right. So you're 21 in communications. Why are you in communications?
Because from high school I was told that communications was a versatile degree.
How many communications people with communications degrees that are high earners? Is that a degree path for people who make money?
I mean,
let's knock off the bullshit.
I mean, I hear that there are people.
Is it a degree path for men who make money?
No, not that I know of.
So you're doing an easy degree. Just admit the truth, man.
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah, you're going to college for an easy degree, and you can't be motivated to do an easy degree?
Well, it's not.
You don't have. Let me stop you right here, dude, because I don't want you to dig too deep.
Mm-hmm.
You need the truth. The truth is you're in college for a degree that's easy when you could be in college for something that's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're asking about motivation? Here's what's going to motivate you when you get out of college and you are broke because that communications degree is not worth the price of toilet paper. And you're living on a minimum wage job, struggling to find some place that's going to pay you $20, and you're looking at that for the rest of your life, necessity motivates us. But see, right now, in your 20s, when you could be doing something more, you didn't challenge yourself. You went the easy route. So the first question I ask is, where's dad? Because mom lets boys do this. And how many student loans have you taken out so far?
I recently took one out to stay at the dorms here. So
at the dorms?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much debt are you in?
By the end of the year, probably $10,000.
Okay. Well, first question is first. Why do you go to school to get a communications degree? Because it's easy. You didn't go for something that's paying anything. That should be your first thing. So you can't get past the first step until you accept the last one. What's your classification?
My classification?
Mm-hmm. Junior, senior, sophomore?
Oh, that's sophomore.
So you went to college late?
Yeah, so I had housing issues, so it's
change your degree path. If you're gonna stay in college, go get something that's gonna pay some money. Don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing high value, even above average earning with a communications degree. It's a joke of a program, and you know that. It was a joke of a program in the 80s, and now we have a digital world.
Mm-hmm. So you think something like
I have time to do consults. I'm being very direct, guys, because the world is very, very direct. John. How are you? What's your question?
2 questions if you have time. I'll make them real quick. First one, I'm 32. I'm enrolled to school. I know exactly what I want to do with my life, down to the T. My focus is not strong. My first question is, how do I find my focus and move on from my past? And the second question is, I live in Victoria, BC, in Canada. If you know anything about that, it's...
Hold on. You're kind of muffled. You said you're 32 and in school.
Yes, I am.
And you said you know what you want to do?
With my life. I know exactly what I want to do with my life, yes.
And then your question is, how do you remain focused from your
How
what?
do I build my focus? My focus is not strong right now.
Well, then, hold on. You said you know exactly what you want to do with your life, but the problem is focus?
I had a different lifestyle before coming to school.
I just need to understand what you're saying.
Yes, my first question, my problem is focus.
What are you going to school for?
My major is electrical engineering. My minor is mechanical systems, so mechanical engineering.
How are you paying for school?
My dad's paying my tuition, and I'm taking up student loans plus internship for everything else.
Okay. Were you raised with your father? That's a yes or no question. That's a yes or no question. Were you raised with your father in the household with you until age 18?
Yes.
All right. Focus. At 32 years old, you should be teaching focus. So I'm hearing a guy who went to school late.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you this simple path. You're going to have to hire a coach. Because the things that you should have accomplished along the way, you should have got out. You should have already been out of college and in your career. You're 10 years behind. You don't have time to do self-help. You don't have time to read your books. You don't have time to wing it. You're going to have to pay. So you went into debt for this. You're going to have to go into another about $25,000 worth of debt to get the coaching because you didn't get it from your parents. Or the alternative is do everything the hard way and be behind. But you're 10 years behind. The second question was what?
Second question, I live in Victoria, in BC, Canada, and there's not a lot of brothers here. As a high-value man, I want to find my network here.
You're not a high-value man. As a high-value man, what?
You said a high-value man has a good and strong network.
Right, but we're not the high-value man yet.
Well, we have to develop ourselves around the network.
Well, but we don't need to be worrying about high-value man yet. We got to get to man.
Okay.
You're not the man yet.
Okay.
I mean, no offense, you're 32. You're in college. You're not to man yet. So you guys are still wanting to you're wanting to skip steps. I just told you, you're 10 years behind. High value should be anywhere in your conversation. It should be, how do I become a functional man? Because whatever happened, I was allowed to waste 10 years. Actually, 14 years.
Yeah.
And you need to tattoo that on your forehead and focus on that. I'm 14 years behind. So I can't worry about YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and fanciful notions. I got to get caught up. Because the world doesn't owe you or me understanding. They look at a 32-year-old man and say, why are you here now? Because when you get out and get a job in entry-level engineering, your colleagues are going to be in their early 20s and you'll be in your early 30s. When will you graduate?
In 2 years. I'm going to major and a minor.
I'm
in my fourth year.
So 2 years. So you'll be graduating roughly 34, 35, and you'll be working with guys 21 to 23. That's a problem. Corporately, it's a problem because managing a 21 to 23-year-old versus a 34 to 35-year-old. So, I mean, you got to keep that front and center, man. You're behind, and you got to catch up. And that's why you're going to have to pay for coaching. Tens of thousands of dollars in coaching to help you close that 14-year gap. Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Who's deleting messages? Hold on. Who's deleting messages? Is somebody deleting Leah's messages? Don't delete her messages. Moderators, put the link in the chat room. Leave Leah alone as long as she's not bothering anybody. Leah don't bother nobody. Mari, unmute yourself. Hey, how are you? What's your question?
So 2 questions really quick.
So, I guess in the midst of this pandemic, I was working 2 jobs. One which towards, I guess, well, excuse me, prior to the pandemic, I had the opportunity to be, let me rephrase it. I was spoken to by the executive director at my local YMCA, and I was asked to basically look into going into the position of the athletic director for that specific branch.
Question, please.
Yes.
What's the question?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. The question is basically, during this pandemic, I had 2 jobs and dropped out from the one. The second job basically is in I guess you call it a gig or a side hustle of mine, something I'm passionate about. And I'm trying to branch out from that. What's the best way to branch out from, I guess, my side hustle into my actual...
Where do you live?
Atlanta.
Who do you live with?
My mother currently.
That's how you get the fuck out and branch out. You get out of your mama's house.
Okay.
Because you're going to tell me about pandemics and everything else, and what you're telling me is I got half a job and I live with my mama, and it ain't got shit to do with no passion. You don't get a passion. Okay. How old are you?
25.
You don't get you can have a passion at 50. You don't get a passion. You need 2-3 jobs.
Okay.
And a shitty apartment, a beater of a car, and a girlfriend that goes along with that. You need ramen noodles, Kraft mac and cheese, bologna, 10-pound bag of fries, and get out your mama house. That's why you used all them words. Because at the end of the day, you know I'm 25, living in my mama house, half employed. Right?
Yeah.
And what do we call that?
No value.
No, the world calls that, and a man at 25 living at home with mama, the world will call him a loser.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm waiting. Well, I guess that doesn't matter, but I'm waiting to.
And there's no wait, bro. There's no wait. There's no wait when your mama paying the bills.
Mm-hmm.
You have a girlfriend?
No.
When was the last time you dated?
I don't have one right now.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. You can't have one not worth a damn. And see, this is where a lot of black men fall apart. I don't know where these passion thing, your passion. Who told you get a passion, man? I mean, seriously. In the pandemic, I live here in Atlanta too.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of jobs. And you working one? Half of one?
So would it be a bad decision right now to try to start, I guess, the entrepreneurial route?
Negro, hold on. Okay. Do you have a degree?
Yeah.
In what?
In sports management.
Is that a 2-year degree?
No, it's 4 years.
4-year degree. But what
years,
can you be an entrepreneur and you've done nothing? See, entrepreneur is another word for fly by night. You've done nothing. What does your resume look like? What's the longest you've ever worked for one company?
The longest would be a 1.5 years, and that was cut due to.
And how many hours were you working at this company?
In total through a week, I want to say about maybe, I'll say 36, depending on the other job as well, because I was working both of them at the same time.
Okay, so you haven't even had a full-time job. You've never held full-time employment. So how do you go from not having full-time employment to entrepreneur? There's no free money. Mm-hmm. There's no get rich quick. You need to go to McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Burger King, Big Lots, Kroger. You need to go pick up whatever shit job you can to work. Grab your balls and become a man. You got to get your own place, dude. Turn off YouTube. Get in the world. Because you can't come. Okay, dude. No. You're still trying to think of ways to not do it. You want to do it. You don't want to get your hands dirty. That's what it is with a lot of you young guys. You don't want to get your hands dirty. That's hard. That sounds like work. So should I do it this way? No, you should get your ass up tomorrow and go get a job. Because you're on the channel of an image consultant, right?
Yep.
I talk about men trying to become the best version of themselves, get themselves into the top 10% of men. And dude, you haven't even got into manhood yet. Your mother needs to put you out. Because there's nothing wrong with you. You're a physically healthy 25-year-old man living in your mama house. So to tell me you don't have a girlfriend because you're focusing on your what? Your purpose? That's some YouTube bullshit. You need to get out of your mother's house and go to work. You need to be gone by November.
So even graduate school then?
Oh man, I'm tired. Negro, no. Graduate school in what, man? You still want, okay, go into more debt for sports management, which is going to do what? It ain't doing nothing now. You still, see, this is why I push back. A lot of guys go to grad school. All this grad school stuff is trying to delay becoming a man. Grad school just is another 2 years for you to hide. What are you so afraid of, man?
I guess I'm in my own way, so I sneak up on my way.
No, what are you afraid of, though? I mean, at 25, you got to know that you can't even. I mean, 25 years old, you got a key to the house?
Yeah.
All right, but at 25, you should be out taking charge. And you look hella comfortable in that house. Working part-time. There's no way you should be able to come to your mother's house with a part-time job and sit down comfortably. You should be ashamed to come to that house that way. Your pride should bother you. How much are you paying in rent?
I'm not.
Huh?
Not.
Say what?
I'm not.
You have a car?
Yes, sir.
Who bought that?
I pay half. My mother paid the other half of it.
Do your mother have a boyfriend?
Not to my knowledge. Well, technically, but not
So you're a son boy. So you're a son husband.
I remember you spoke about this in a few episodes.
I'm going to do all you son husbands a favor. Don't call my show. It's not going to go well for you. 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 I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear your story. I don't want to hear nothing from a 25-year-old living in his mama's house trying to find himself. I don't want to hear shit from you. That's just real. I don't. I have nothing to say to you. I'm not your daddy, and you ain't my responsibility. Unmute yourself. Hello?
Hello. If it's okay with you, I do have 2 questions, maybe 3. Is it okay if I can ask?
No, you can go ahead and ask the first one.
First one? Okay. I'm 19 years old, and I would like to know, other than women, what other obstacles or just things I should avoid in my 20s before I reach my 30s to reach that next level.
You're 19 and you're trying to find out what obstacles you should avoid?
Yeah, other than women, like what are some common obstacles that 20-year-olds
Laziness.
face when they're trying to reach that?
Laziness. Complacency. Are you in college?
Okay.
Are you in
sir.
school? Yes or no?
Oh, yes.
You're in college?
Yeah, I'm going to ACC, which is a Houston college, for web development, because I want to
So where's your
in that
dad?
field.
So where's your dad?
In my life, and in his house.
Oh, okay.
Which is where I'm at.
But okay, are you going to school full time or part time?
Part time.
So where are you working?
I actually work in my city's court system. I am a civil screener. I scan people through metal
Okay,
detectors
how many hours a week
for
are you
anything
working?
dangerous.
How many hours a week are you working?
A total 25 hours a week.
Okay, that's unacceptable. You're a part-time student, you need to be a full-time worker. See, you've already failed the first one. Lazy. All right. I can't fix lazy, guys. I cannot fix lazy. All right, man. If y'all are calling in with these lazy questions, hello, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, hello.
First name.
Hello.
First name.
Yeah, this is Sonny again. Sonny.
What's your question?
Basically, what would you do if you were within this situation? I'm 32.
You what? Do what now?
I don't. I said, what would you do if you were in this situation? And
All right.
tell me my situation.
This is about increasing your value. Are you have anything on the topic?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Basically, in the financial move that I was getting ready to make, I just wanted to get your input on it.
I don't know. Okay, just make it short, please.
Okay, I put 20,000 on the side to invest, but I don't know what to invest in. And while I was waiting to figure out what to invest in,
are you working full time?
No, I'm not working full time.
When's the last time you had a full time job?
Before the pandemic.
Do you have a college degree?
No degree.
Who do you live with?
I stay by myself.
How are you paying rent if you don't have a job?
I'm still collecting money from my last job from the pandemic.
All right, so
And I was in the oil field.
hold on. So I'm talking to a man who ain't had a job in what, 6 months?
Yeah, roughly.
And you asking me what to do with 20,000 funky dollars?
Yep.
You can't increase zero to nothing. You can't increase zero. I have 18 people in my call room right now. If you have a full-time job as a man, if you're a man that has a full-time job, type yes in the chat room. If you're on Zoom right now, you got a full-time job, type yes. All right. Of the guys who type yes, if you live in your own place, type yes. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Go ahead and AC. What's going on, man? Brother, give me some help. I can't hear you, though. You're muted. I can't hear you. You're muted. Andre, you unmute yourself, Andre. Go ahead. Still can't hear you for some reason. Oh, Andre, I can't hear you. There we go. Testing. AC, can you hear me? I can't hear you, though. There we go. That should do it. Oh, well. I'm kind of embarrassed, man. I'm not going. I can't hear you, AC.